like I'm floating through the air. The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless. Burning the bridge that keeps us. I'm here and I'm feeling fearless. Exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step still, hanging in the balance. Not the life I want to live, I want to take it all. Standing tall, fear I weighed the person you are. Oh, break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless.
All right, test, test, test. Good, seems like everything is working. Thank you for the follow, David. I appreciate it. Alrighty, we are going to do a quick season update. Take a look at what's happening on our server. The next passes open in a couple of days, so most teams are still very busy with taking keeps, farming their resource economy, and so on and so forth. So let's take a look here what has happened since the last time. Well, not that much. So we took 2 keeps today as Mordor. We took Emin Muil and Ridersburg And of course, we are also going to take the vault today. So yeah, been a good day with keeps. These types of keeps, they're very tough in the early game, right? So you have 100 level 45 armies, 900,000 siege. If we take a look at some of the reports here, I will scroll down a bit to see if we can find some PvP, or we can just look at my PvP reports actually, or PvE reports rather. So if we scroll to my Undying army here, so as you can see here, you do get stuck in draws here. So this is the point where the double damage received from Sauron and from Gandalf the White become important to kill armies, right? And enemies have full tier 4s, they usually have gold, some pretty good items, Reckoning, set effects, right? This is Fortitude. So I mean, these are some pretty tough armies here, and yeah, it took us quite a while to take it today, even though we have a couple of very high level Krakens. But yeah, so these are the types of reports you're looking at, and of course, I mean, you can see here again, full tier 4s, gold weapons, and so on and so forth. What's up, Impala? How are you doing, my friend? I saw you were very active on Matix today at the keep. You sent like 3 times, if I'm not mistaken. So that's good. Yeah, and of course, I mean, the army that I run, right, it's very resource oriented right now because we're still in the early game, and yeah, you can take out like 3 of these armies with pretty low losses here, and that's not bad, right? But yeah, so we took this today. Like I said, it took us a while. It was quite tough, and yeah, it's done now. So no worries here. The map looks a bit different than last time, right? So we took a couple more keeps. Arnor took a couple more keeps. They can farm pretty freely in these territories here, which is nice, right? They broke through the pass here, which is exactly what you want to do. And I mean, they will go towards the ring from this side, right? I think there are 2 teams in Arnor. One is maybe a little bit smaller than the other one. Yeah, so we have SEEM, right, with 96 players, and then you have HOFD with 79 players. So 2 Arna teams. We will see what they have to offer, and yeah, so they took a couple of keeps. Erebor took a couple of keeps. I mean, they took 1 or 2 since the last time I showed the stream, and Lothlorien has started to expand quite aggressively as well. They took the pass here. They have skipped this keep for now, which I totally understand. I guess they don't have that many Krakens, right? So they are just moving towards the pass here, right? So this pass opens after chapter 6 is completed, which means we can't meet them here yet, but yeah. All good. Yeah, I had to send several times. It was tough keep. Yes, it was. It definitely was. So yeah, so these passes open at chapter 6. Of course, we will aim to secure all of them, right? Always important to control these passes. And by us, I mean 1T and ORDR, right? So there are 4 passes to take in total here. We have taken Osgiliath from Gondor. I will say we're not really actively pushing Gondor right now. I haven't coordinated anything. We're just kind of like making sure that they are around, you know. We can maybe get a little bit of PvP, but I can show you some reports later. They don't really have a lot of good players or a coherent strategy really, right? So I'm not sure what they are doing, or you know what the plan is or whatever. My guess is they will try to take a couple more keeps here, right? Like kind of run away from us. But yeah, I mean it has been a pretty dead faction, to be honest. Not a lot of stuff has happened, that's for sure. And yeah, I mean there's not a lot we can do about that, right? We will just try our best to fight some players, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So we did take Osgiliath from them, like I said, basically minimal effort. I think I wasn't even really involved in the PvP, I don't think. And yeah, I mean, you can see we just cleaned them out here, and yeah, people are building forts. Shouldn't relocate here, there's no pin there, but whatever. And yeah, so that's what's been happening. Okay, so 1T is obviously set up here. We also have a spring here in case we need to assist them, but we don't expect this to be the case right now. Loth has captured this spring here, which is good, right? They're building some forts here, which is also good. And yeah, I mean, there's not a lot to do right now. Loth and Arna, I think they will be better than Gondor, but we will see. We will see. Yeah, here is also pretty empty, right? Rune doesn't exist on this server, so yeah, I mean, basically just free territory here, I suppose. And yeah, we're just grabbing the vault. Then we have Celebrant fields left, right? This pass only opens after chapter 8 is completed, so that will still take quite a long time. And a few of us, I mean, they want to finish the Saruman unique, right? So Gondor is basically also empty as far as I know. They haven't even taken a single keep yet. Yeah, so I mean, this is also a very, very empty faction. Yeah, there's one spring here. Where's the other spring here? Yeah, so no fudges or anything, just, you know. Yeah, so this is the server. I am finishing up my 3 PvP armies for this season. I took it a bit chill. I was quite busy with work. Normally, of course, I would already be PvPing a lot, but I just didn't have that much time to play, and I also wanted to give like our lower players who don't have that much fun on the whale servers a chance to fight a bit, right? To have some fun. If we look here in the reports, let's see here. This was one of the better fights. So I mean, Gondor has some players who have Zenith commanders, right? So it's a little bit weird that they like put up no defense whatsoever, but you know, it is what it is. And my teammate beat him up here pretty good actually. So this is a nice report. Yeah, I would be pretty happy with that. I don't think I would use this helmet anymore, to be honest. I think it's much more important to have higher command here, but yeah, whatever. So this is one of the better guys. We are hunting some forts, yeah, okay. But most of the Gondor guys are very weak, I would say. They play like very old and outdated armies. Most of them are not level 40, right? Just standard stuff. So yeah. I mean, they have some players, but yeah, I don't know. I think they should put up a bit better resistance, to be honest. But I understand that a lot of them, you know, they just play very, very casually, and yeah, I mean, you can see like a very average players from us are basically beating most of them with minimal losses. So yeah, that's that. I had 2 fights so far, I think, and they were both like really easy. I can't even see them, I don't think. Yeah. So I would have to scroll down all the way. I don't even remember. I think it was yesterday maybe, or the day before that. Let's see. Where's my Undying? There. This was Argonath, okay. So it was before that. Nope. Nope. It was somewhere here. Here. Yeah, this was like the only fight I had so far, and yeah, wasn't too great. I mean, I don't really know what's happening here with the troops and the gear choices, but yeah, then this guy had a bunch of Zenith comps, but he played Gilgalad without elves, which I don't understand at all, but you know, whatever. Whatever, I guess. So yeah, after this I just said, you know what, I'm gonna let my teammates have some fun, and I will probably start the PvP either tomorrow in the evening or on Thursday. Give everyone a couple more days to enjoy, and then, you know, I'll enter with my 3 armies. Now, like I said, I'm still so 2 of my armies are ready. We have 8 level 40 commanders, or 12, sorry. Or wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, no, 8. Yeah, 8 level 40 commanders. We're finishing up these 4, and then we have our 3 teams done, right? So the best way to finish this up is to sweep mobs. So this is exactly what we are doing, right? And yeah, personal rankings. I just filled up my tiles today, so we're looking good. Basically, the really like active and strong players are around 40k affluence now. Don't really need more than that. I mean, to be honest, I have like a couple of 13s already, some 12s, some 11s, some 10s, and I still hold a fair amount of level 9s and level 8s, right? So yeah, I mean, I'm very happy with this resource production. The next step will be 33 tiles, so this will be it won't be tomorrow, I don't think, and it won't be the day after. Well, it might be the day after. No, it won't be the day after tomorrow. It will be in when this chapter finishes, I'm pretty sure, because I almost finished my I finished my weekly affluence gains from the warband already, so you're not gonna get there on time, which means this is still decently far away. So probably I will swap out some more stone and wood tiles for level 10s to level 13s, but I mean, we're looking good. I'm not really concerned about resources this season. So yeah, we're finishing up buildings. I finished the main hall. I have finished the conscription post. Barracks will be finished soon, and then we just have the training camp left. I can probably do this tonight before I go to sleep, and the commander's chambers can then be finished as well. And then I'll start setting up my workshops, finish these things. I've already started with the eastern quarters, so the marauders are ready, right? Here the trolls are ready, and we're pretty much ready to go. I'll go towards the eagles as well after I finish the other buildings, and yeah, then we're pretty much set. I've not decided yet what tier 4 I'm going to play. I think I might do Snagathrax, maybe Swan Knights, to be honest. I have not decided yet. I think, I mean, all of these options are pretty good, right? So yeah, probably Snagathrax. I would like to try like some troop builds with Oglurk, but we'll see. I'll probably do this like later on in the season. I have some new commanders to play with as well, right? So we'll see. The next step will be this to level 10, yep. So I have Zenith Legolas now, actually, here. I just exchanged some tier 2 vouchers and got him quite easily. So I might play around with him a little bit. We have the relic already unlocked, so maybe I will play around with him a little bit, and then I have some other ideas. Thorin troop build or commander damage. Thorin, I will always play him with the troop build, right? So he fits very nicely in an anti-eagle army because you increase the damage dealt by 3 small units by 16% roughly. Yep. And then he has the bolt, which is beautiful, right? This doesn't get taunted or protected. You just have to make sure that he gets hit, but he doesn't get hit all the time. And yeah, I mean, Thorin does really good troop damage. If we look at some of the reports here, like here for example, let's just take the first one. He's at 54k. I have, this is not optimal, honestly. I just threw together something. So I would play him with evasive action most likely, then 2 top defense items and 2 top attack items, right? We can see here the crushers do like, well, let's look at the bolt. The bolt here does, this is the bolt, almost 30k damage, and remember this is like the title that cleanses White Council. So I mean, honestly, this is really strong. Yeah, so if we look at the troop damage here, this is the damage dealt. The soldiers have 133k damage dealt, right? Which is, I mean, this is really good. And basically, so the main thing with Thorin is also you don't have to put him in a troop-based comp. So I'm playing around with the idea of just putting Beorn with Thorin and see how that goes. But of course, I mean, the time to shine for Thorin is when you play like Thorin, Witch King. My King Aragorn isn't troop build yet, but I want to try the troop build version because this synergizes very nicely, right? You can put this and this for the troops, then you have the Witch King for the troops, the stuns and the stat reductions, and then the fourth one will be the Ogluk, right? This was my idea, where he boosts his own units by another 20%. He gets some HP, he gets some defense here for the units, and he gets a bleed. So this, I mean, this should be a very strong troop-based army, and I will definitely play around with it, but I think you need Snaggathrax for that. So and it's one of those things where you do need to use tier 4 troops. I could probably do Berserkers as well, or Heralds or something like that, but I want to try like a really strong troop-based version. Now, in terms of the other commanders, so I mean the vanilla army is still the same, right? You can see I haven't swapped to my PvP gear yet. I'm really just playing the PvE gear still, and it's perfectly fine. Now, it's of course Gandalf the White, Sauron, which I will XP switch because he's bad for the farm. So Sauron, Gandalf the White, Saruman and Beorn. This is obviously the strongest team. But I'm thinking this season I'm probably gonna split Beorn and Saruman, as well as Gandalf the White and Sauron, simply because it will not be necessary, right? So what I plan to do is, for the one army I want to do Undying, Sauron, Shadow and Saruman. Then for the other army I want to do Galadriel, Gandalf the White, Beorn and Thorin or Dane, haven't decided yet. And then for the third army I can just throw Gandalf the Grey in there with, like, you know, some damage dealers or a troop-based comp or whatever, right? But I think this would be one way to go. Another way to go would be Undying, Skalhelm, Shadow and Saruman. I saw that army do well too. It's really it's just up to my personal preference. I'm gonna play around with some things and we'll see what we land on. If I feel the need that I need to go for the optimal best army, then I will do that. And then my other two armies, you know, you can still make something nice with Skalhelm and Shadow always. Undying, Skalhelm, Shadow, Gandalf the Grey is very nice. You can also do something like Thorin, Dane, Kiron and Witch King, which I played last season, and it did very well against good players. So like most players on this server will just get absolutely destroyed by that. And yeah, we will see. But I will do this tomorrow probably. We just have a bunch more keeps to take, and I don't really see the need to switch to PvP yet. Like I said, my troops are also still PvE cheap. I'm just running the crushers. It literally doesn't matter. I don't have any losses on the tiles or anything, right? So we're just saving as much as possible, and then tomorrow I will start with the Marauders, the Trolls, and the PvP commanders as well as the PvP gear. And yeah, I think I'm gonna run Sauron full agility this season, just because I want to see if it's still pretty decent or not. So we will likely do Reckoning. Where's my Sauron? Here. So we will do Reckoning, then the Cask with agility, the Miara's Reigns with agility, and the Hobbit armor with agility. I'm pretty sure I have the Hobbit armor with agility. If you take a quick look here. Yeah, here it is. So this is, yeah, so this will be a very fast Sauron. And the idea is just we want to shred the White Council of the enemy in the pre-battle phase, and then we can kill them really quickly with minimal losses, which is very possible against the weak players, right? So this will be pretty good. And yeah. Now this guy we saw here in the report, I think he has some pretty good commanders. This is one of our newer players in the team. Honestly, like, not bad. He plays Gil-galad, Sauron, Galadriel, and Beorn. Okay, so no Gandalf in there, which is a bit weird, but considering he had the counter and much better commanders, this is just a good result. I would be very happy with this, yeah. Yeah, so this is exactly the example. So I would destroy this focus, right? My Sauron will be much faster than this Gandalf the White, and so basically this will be really, really low. And yeah, I mean, he will just lose very, very badly in that case. Also the wrong helmet here, wrong troops. You always want to do Marauders for the initiative, right? And this is one of the better players, I think, even. So yeah. Kao is also one of our like lower players. You can see a lot of these commanders. Well, none of these commanders are Zenith, right? So yeah, very, very big spanning difference here. But yeah, I will probably run the full agility Sauron this season. Have some fun with that. And yeah, cook my PvP troops starting tomorrow. And yeah, so that should be fun. I'm gonna XP switch the Radagast, so I don't think I will need Radagast at level 40. And then it's the question of whether I want to do Galadriel or Sauron, right? I'm just not a huge fan of Galadriel. I always see people say she needs high investment. I can make a very high investment Galadriel, that's not the problem, but I don't think she has enough good stuff in her kit to be relevant. She has the debuff cleanse on 2 allied formation units, but the problem is, I mean, this can be completely random debuff cleanses, right? The only way this is good is if it cleanses the damage received title. And then she has some madness, and that's pretty much it. Like the other titles, it's a little bit of healing, but it's not really like meta relevant. Like heal is still very, very weak, and it's just like Sauron has a high chance to stun for 2 rounds. He has madness in the first round as well. He is stun immune. Very important difference to Galadriel. Sauron is stun immune, right? A lot of people forget this, but this is very, very relevant. Especially if you fight a lot of commanders in the meta that have stun titles, which there are, right? So he has higher base initiative than Galadriel as well. You can see he's on 15 plus 6 bonus. Of course Galadriel is higher now because she's level 40, but you can see she's barely higher at level 40 than Sauron at level 10, so... Yeah, it's just, I think I'm just going to swap again and play my Sauron instead of Galadriel, but she was decent for the farm. She had good heals, right? If we look at my healing army here, I took a couple of tiles today. Yeah, this is not... I need to look for the Radagast here, so... I mean, this army did reasonably well, right? We have 16k heals here. I will also note Radagast always out-heals Galadriel, like, it's not even close, right? Even though... Well, you know, even though she's Zenith, very high Zenith, right? We have both healing titles maxed, yeah. So Radagast is just a better healer in general in the PvE. And in all of these reports you will see that, right? But it was a fun army I wanted to try, and she definitely did better than the Sauron, right? You can see she basically has no troop losses in every fight, which is pretty cool. So yeah. Good. Now this is wrong. This is wrong. The Galadriel needs to be slower than the Beorn so that the madness connects in round 4, right? So this is a misunderstanding. The one commander that really benefits from Roses is Saruman, because his madness activates in round 4, so you want this to hit the enemy Beorn, but again, I mean, it's a very low probability. If you get it, you are of course really lucky, right? Like, this is 50% chance, then it's divided by 4 because you only hit 1, right? So 50 divided by 4, and then you have to divide it by 2, and then you're left with like, how much is that? Let's see. 50 over 4 divided by 2. You're left with a 6.25% chance to inflict madness on Beorn, which means in... yeah, I mean, it just means it's not a high number, right? So you will have, in like 100 fights, you will have 6 times madness on Beorn, which is very low in this game, of course. So yeah. But yeah, so we will see. I think I'm leaning towards like I said, Sauron, Undying, Shadow and Saruman. Then we will do Galadriel, Gandalf the White, Thorin and Beorn. And then the third army, you know, I can do whatever I want, to be honest. I can... yeah, I mean, I have Skalhelm lying around in this case, right? I have Dane lying around in this case, and I still have Witch King and Kirun as well. So all of these options will be perfectly fine. But probably I will try something like this season and just see how it goes for fun. I know anyway I can beat everyone in this server if I play my standard army, right? There's no surprise, everyone knows it. It was the same in the last season, so I think it's time to have some fun with some new builds and see how it goes, and maybe also target their better players. So yeah. But this is a solid result for the player, like I said. Did he madden the enemy Beorn in round 4? Let's take a look here. Yes, he did. So that, I mean, that's the idea of this build, right? But again, you have to be pretty lucky. So it's neither amazing nor is it terrible. Alright, so I'm gonna go down here tomorrow. Again, I let my teammates have some fun here, and then we'll clean up and get ready for the chapter 6 conclusion. I wonder, I mean, can I already run the troop build I want to do with the crushers? I can try it probably. I mean, the damage stat of the crushers is not that great, right? It's 16 to 19, which is pretty low. The berserkers, they have 17 to 19, but they have plus 20% here, so I mean they will do a little bit more damage, I suppose, but I mean the Snuggerthrax are just like so much better. You can see it here, 36 to 66. Immune to madness, initiative plus 4. This is just like, this unit is not comparable to any of the other units for the troop based commanders, right? So I will go for this for sure at some point. But I think it's fine if I play 2 PvP armies at the start, and then we'll just switch it around a bit most likely. Yeah, that's probably the correct play here. When we had the ring buff against us last season, then I got maddened a lot more. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. The ring buff, I mean, it's very annoying. It gives the 5% stats, right? So your Baron will always be slower as long as the enemy plays it the same way as you. Your Sauron will always be slower as long as the enemy plays it the same way as you, and blah blah blah, right? This season there is no ring buff, so that's good. I mean, we will get Dol Guldur anyway, I suppose, but at least we don't well, we don't have to worry about it being used against us. In general, I'm not really a big fan of agility on Beorn. I just don't think it's really necessary or good. I mean, you lose a lot of damage every fight by playing agility instead of one of the more aggressive side effects, right? The might will give you like plus 12% in round 4, the perseverance will give you plus 8% in round 4. So at the end of the day, like, it's just not worth it to me to worry too much about the initiative. But I mean, yeah, sometimes you just get unlucky. It happens to me as well. And most of the times I still probably win the fight because my Saruman can carry it solo, right? I have a very nice Saruman, but if it happens once or twice, it's fine. It's not really a big deal. The big deal is when it happens more consistently because of the ring buff, and that's very annoying. Yeah, that's of course very frustrating and annoying. And this season, I'm happy that we don't have to deal with this. So yeah, maybe I will just start with the standard comp and then cook something with the others. I did like this combo last season quite a lot, the Undying, Shadows, Skyhelm and Gandalf the Grey. It did very, very well for me, and it leaves Witch King, Thorin, Kirun, and Dane for my other army, which is also nice. So we'll see. In my opinion, the season should end when same team have had the ring for 7 days in a row. Yeah, I mean, that's not a bad idea, yeah. Or just in general make the seasons shorter, right? If they reduce it by, I think if they reduce the seasons by 2 weeks, it would be perfectly fine. I don't think there would be a lot of crazy complaints or changes when that is implemented. It's a little bit annoying, like if you're just stuck in the season and nothing is happening, and you know, you and your opponents both know that the season is pretty much over, then yeah, it's just a waste of time pretty much, right? So yeah, I agree with that, and I understand it as well. What's funny about Dane as well is this synergizes a little bit with small troops too, right? So you can, if you have him like such high zenith, you can actually put points in here, play it with Thorin, and get a little bit of benefit out of it. I mean, of course, it's not that large, but you get like what? This is yeah, plus 0.3 attack at level. Yes, like plus 5 to 10 attack after it's leveled up a bit. I mean, it's funny. But yeah, so this is just a side note. And I will consider like going a little bit more troop heavy in my Thorin army. So the Dane still did his job last season. That's why that's like why I think he is fine there. And I mean the same with Kiron. Kiron also is very good. You can put the War Drummers on him, and Thorin and Dane can do a lot more damage. Are there actually War Drummers in Mordor? I haven't checked the neutral camps in a while. I don't think so, but they changed some stuff around. So I am going to grab a Fellbeast camp, I guess. I mean, maybe not. No, I'm gonna unlock the Eagles anyway. There's no need. No, fuck that. But I am going to grab where the War Drummers here. Yeah, so they are not. I mean, we can get there probably, but I probably can't like run them consistently this season. So I don't think there are any in Rohan either. It's just like this Isengard area here, which is fine. So what we can do is put like some crushes on Kiron or some more aggressive unit, and just go for the standard build that I always do: the Preacher, Golden Visage, and Lord of the Sands. We can also put this. I mean, this synergizes nicely with the Bolt, right? Just for the unit damage stat plus 10%. We don't have to play Evil Man. Could also try some half trolls, right? Grab a half troll camp. Actually, I'm pretty sure we have half trolls in Mordor as well. This is not Mordor. No. I saw them somewhere. I think they should be here somewhere, no? Yeah, they are. Good. Yeah, so probably I will grab these guys. They have pretty good damage stats, 17 to 22, attack 42, HP 40, defense 39. This is all fine. And most importantly, they have bleed, and they have the ignore, stun, and focus damage received reduction, which is relatively relevant, right? Against Saruman and Skallan and things like this. This is minus 30% damage received. So you could do a like half troll army with Thorin, Kiron. In this case, on Kiron you would go a little bit more into the unit damage, right? So you would go like you would put 1 point here, 10 points here, and then actually you can skip this title. Actually, this title is not that important. I would just go Preacher, Golden Visage, and Master of the War Chariot, and then you stack the damage here nicely as well, right? Which is pretty cool. So we could do that. Witch King Kiron, Witch King Kiron, Thorin, and Dane, for example, or King Aragorn, or whatever we want to do. So yeah, so shift forces to Sauron is an option because Saruman is also an issue. Aha, okay. Yes, that's an option. I can't beat Kraken straight up, but if I steal the big hits, I can be competitive. As the season, if guns to thankfully like the rights to try it. But the fact that guy can clean 2 debuff on round 2 can also help. Yeah, so if you play this army here, what you want to do... I mean, it depends what you want to do, right? If you want to say, I want to increase my chances to madden the enemy Beorn, then your Sauron needs to be slow and your Galadriel needs to be slow, right? Because, so this Beorn has 40 plus 14, this is 54 initiative here. Your Sauron has 39, so this is good. And your Galadriel has... Yeah, so this is a mistake, right? You don't want both as hunters here. This would be 36 initiative. So in round 3 you will go fast, you will madden the Bjorn, and then the Bjorn will be maddened in round 3, which is bad. I guess you got lucky here where that didn't happen, right? So let's see here. Saruman is affected by madness. Okay, yeah, you got really lucky here that you didn't, and then your Sauron maddened the Bjorn. So yeah, I mean that's not. I mean, okay, but that's not something that will happen a lot, right? And you still lost the fight. So I would say this is not a great result. I mean, it's okay in terms of the spending difference, but yeah, I mean, you need a double madness there, and I mean, let's see if the Saruman madness also connected, because of course that is quite relevant, right? If we go to round 3 here, scroll down to the Saruman. So he resisted this, yeah. And he resisted this as well. Okay, so the Saruman you didn't, he didn't hit himself. So yeah. So yeah, yeah. So I mean, obviously we feel pretty good about the season. We'll have some fun. My hope is that the 2 lost teams will bring some competition here and there, right? They are early season teams, sadly. So, you know, is what it is. But yeah, I mean, we'll see. At the end of the day, G-Unit was also a season 4 player when he had like 20 Zenith commanders, so it's possible they have some really good players. I don't know, but we will see. What's happening here? Nothing. Okay. Alright, yeah, so that's it. Just a quick season update. We had 6 viewers today, that's actually not bad. And of course we will look at some PvP reports as soon as I get some decent ones. I mean, there's no point to look when, you know, it's like R5 purple gear against my account. It's not really a lot of sense to take a look at that, but I mean, there are a couple of high level players on the server as well, so I'm sure we'll find some people to fight against and get some interesting results. And yeah, those we will look at. So yeah, I wish you all a nice evening. We are excited for the PvP to start, and good luck to all of the teams on the server. Gondor, please defend a little bit. You don't have to run away immediately. We're not even putting a lot of effort there. Like, you should be able to defend. I mean, to play this game is to PvP, right? And we are coming to you, we are doing you a favor. But yeah, I mean, we have to, you have to at least like try something. Like, I haven't seen anything from Gondor yet. It's actually tragic. And they have some Zenith players. It's not like they have no players. It's literally just, I don't know, unwillingness to fight, or yeah, whatever. But we will eventually force them to fight, I'm sure. So it should be all good. Alright, I wish you guys a nice evening, and thanks for joining the stream and hanging out and chatting a bit, and yeah, good night.
Hold me Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And